Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I'm getting ready here in a few hours to head to a place in the Great Lakes I've never gone to, and that is Mackinac Island. If you're not familiar with Mackinac Island, it sits right basically where Lake Michigan meets Lake Huron. So it's at the very top of Lower Michigan, right on top of the mitten. It would be like right here, and then the UP's up over here. Wisconsin's over here, Lake Michigan's here. Um, I've never been there before, so I'm looking forward to going over into that area. Now, I'm not bringing my boat, which really disappoints me. Part of the reason is because we're going to the island, which has a ferry to get out there. I don't even think you're not allowed to take, well, you could take a boat by water, but there's no vehicles allowed on the island. So from that standpoint, not taking the boat. I'm going to be so close to some of the best smallmouth fishing in the world. So that's a little frustrating. Now, having said that, I'm going to take a couple of fishing rods and I'm going to probably fish in a few areas. Now, just to let you know how this route works, I'm going from where I live in central Wisconsin, basically over to Door County or Green Bay, which is one of the top smallmouth fisheries in the world. So tonight we're driving to Badenoch. We'll be staying on Little Badenoch up in like the Escanaba area. And then tomorrow we're driving around that whole northern portion of Lake Michigan, basically right on the coastline until you get over to Mackinac Island, which means I'm going to have water and places to stop everywhere I'm going. So the potential is that, yes, I can catch a smallmouth. So today I wanted to share with you some of the baits that I'm bringing with me to try to catch a smallmouth from shore. So that's what we're going to talk about today. These are just overall great quality baits, and I have a reason for each one. And I don't want to bring an entire tackle box. I just want to bring a handful of things because the reality is I don't think I'm going to get to fish for more than a few minutes here and a few minutes there. So it's not worth bringing a ton of stuff. But the first, and this is no particular order, the first bait that I'm bringing is a small swim bait. So I've grabbed some Kitech. These are 3.3 swing impact fats. This is just the sight flash color. It's a great smallmouth color. I'll bring a pack of our Core Tackle Finesse Tush jig heads, probably the 3/16 as well as the 1/4 ounce, just for a little longer distance. Like that's what I'm looking for. And one thing to keep in mind is, even though it's the Great Lakes, pretty much everywhere I'm going to be at is almost shallower sand. Like that whole northern portion of Lake Michigan has a lot of bulrushes. The smallmouths can get shallow at a lot of times. So a swim bait, one that I can cast pretty far, is going to be a beneficial thing. So a small swim bait with the Core Tackle Finesse Tush, and the second bait that I'm choosing actually will work with these as well very well, and that's just a pack of the little 2.5-inch Berkley Max Scent tubes. Man, you take a Finesse Tush head, put it in there, and you've got a really good combination. Tubes are another great bait for your smallmouth. I'm going to probably use that more in areas where I find, if I do find any sort of rock, like a lot of these places that we'll be driving by have rock jetties, maybe some harbors or some marinas. So there's definitely going to be chance for catching smallmouth. Got to have a little tube if you're going to be doing that. Another one, I'm going to take some drop shot stuff. Take some flatworms with me. A drop shot will be really good from shore because I can cast those things a 1/4 mile, really get it out and away from the bank if I need to. I just grabbed a pack of the Gobi Yashi color. This is a really good kind of natural Gobi type color, and it's one that's worked very, very well for me over the years. I could see that being definitely a player. I've also grabbed a pack of the Kitech 4-inch shad impacts. This is the Gobi color as well. It's got like little purple flake mixed in with the brown and blue. I'm going to pair that up with a Core Tackle hover rig pack. I took the weedless ones again because there's probably going to be a lot of bulrushes that I'm going to be fishing around. So I grabbed a weedless pack. I went a little heavier with the 3/32 ounce just to add a little bit of casting distance. But that has been an absolute dynamite bait for me. I can also use these on the drop shot as well. In fact, I can throw all of these soft plastics on a drop shot. And then the last bait is one that you may not have thought I was going to choose. And that's this big bad boy, a cane walker. This is made for casting long distances. The cane walker is a bait that is catching a lot of fish down in your blueback, herring lakes. And one of the reasons is because guys can cast it a 1/4 mile. So if the fish come up schooling, they can get to them. I'm choosing it because from the bank, I want to make some longer casts. And I'm going to go with chrome in this instance. Chrome's not normally my favorite color for smallmouth, but I know the smallmouth right now are feeding on a lot of alewife, and if you've seen alewife, they are about as chromy as you can get. So we grabbed a chrome one to see if we can get a few bites on that. Those are the baits I'm taking. Don't want to take too much. Like I said, if I come back with no tackle, it means one of two things. It either means I caught the fire out of them, which would be fantastic, or it means I ended up getting into a lot of rock. And I know there is like a lot of rock around where we're actually staying. Like the island, I believe, is pretty bluffy. You get a lot of current that flows through that area. So it's potentially possible I just end up breaking a lot of stuff off. And the thing is, too, I don't know if the smallmouth population right around like Mackinac Island is actually all that great. I do believe it's really good for walleye. Which would lead me to believe that there's probably a lot of smallmouth there too, but that is an area that I don't hear that much about on the Great Lakes. Now, having said that, it seems like there are smallmouth pretty much everywhere these days, so I would expect there to be some hanging around that might want to bite my bait. Anyways, I'm going to throw this all into a little box, take it with me. I'm hopefully going to film some of it if I do actually get out fishing or find an area where I think there might be some fish. I don't know what to expect on this trip. I'm looking forward to it, just experiencing a new area. But I got to get these loaded up. I got to get this uploaded, and then we'll get out of here. So I'm going to cut this one off right here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Stay tuned. New video coming out tomorrow.